Ladies and gentlemen, James Nares.
Good acoustics in here, I think. Not difficult to hear. I hadn't really planned on giving a talk, or I hadn't planned much to say, but maybe I should start with the fact that I live in New York. I've been coming to Ireland since the early 60s, so I feel a deep connection there somewhere. It's lovely to be doing a show here in Dublin. The paintings, I've been painting. I was always making paintings since I was a kid. It was always what I did. And they were very different then. And I would get into trouble. I would kind of raid my stepdad's box of, the drawer where you keep all the precious stuff. I would take it out and glue it to a piece of wood and spray paint it red or something like that. And they were very long suffering with the things I used to do. I moved to, I studied in England a bit. I moved to New York in 1974, and I made films, and I played music. I was one of those people that wanted to do everything. And I did succeed for a while in doing all these different things. And then around 82, I think, when painting was, there was a kind of resurgent interest in painting, and I found myself going along with it. And I figured I can't do everything, so I better do one thing and try and do it well. So I started making paintings and just focusing on that again. And the earlier paintings were more representational, but there was always, the brushstroke was always a very important feature in the way I painted. I can remember almost getting thrown out of the Uffizi Gallery in Florence for getting so excited about the way Rembrandt had painted the colour of his coat with one brushstroke. I was explaining to a friend, look, he just took a brush. I was sort of standing up against the painting. And the guards dragged me away from the painting, a little too animated. But I think, it's funny, you sort of discover what's important to you by getting rid of the things that are less important. And my process was to kind of strip things away and discard that and leave that and abandon that. And what I was left with was the brushstroke. It always seemed to me that there was enough happening within the movement of a brush to keep me interested. I figured, the best way to interest other people is to interest yourself. So I just focused on making these brushstrokes. And to begin with, I would combine brushstrokes in a painting. There would be other marks, different colors sometimes. But I slowly reduced it to the one thing, the one event, because it had there's a kind of impact and an immediacy. You experience the painting in the same kind of time frame in which I made it. And it has painting and photography have competed since the invention of photography in one way or another. And in some ways, I think of these as kind of photographs of the mind or something. They look photographic sometimes. They have this kind of flatness. I make them very quickly. What you don't see is the work behind the painting.